Time for new lenses. This will be my second. These lenses I already got done. I will have to do them again. So I guess every 3 years it seems. I have to put new lenses in this. They get so scratched and discolored and weathered. I am Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, Premium Black News, on my journey to a great cup of coffee, has led me back to Starbucks. I was here a few days ago, and I have to tell you, I really enjoyed the coffee. I thought the coffee was a little too full inside of the cup, being that I like to take the cup, the top off the cup. And in order for me to take the top off the cup and not burn myself, I would have to spill some of the coffee out. Time for another haircut and trim. And another dye job. I'm here with LJ, the incomparable, the unimaginable, the glorious,
Yeah, all of them.
the winner of the mischievous award of 1999. She was
Hey.
11 years old, and she went into the cookie jar, and she ate all the cookies like a cookie monster. So she had the mischievous award of 1999. Look at this guy. He ready for war. He looking around, looking very suspicious, sir. We're on Smith Street in Brooklyn. And Smith Street in Brooklyn is, if you're in a rush, you don't take Smith Street in Brooklyn. This is like the main street of Park Slope. Arguably, Court Street could be the main street of Park Slope. But Smith Street also is pretty packed.
Yet they're still building a jail.
Oh, it's a jail they're building in front of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's because they want to get rid of Rikers Island and make it a smart city. And they're using Rikers Island is so dangerous. People are dying there. We have to stop this. We have to get rid of it. Yeah, right. And you know, the people that are going to build the new Rikers Island, it's a private company. They're not even public. You can't even make any money off of this damn thing, off of the construction. It's a total private company that's going to build the new smart city on Rikers Island. Should I let this guy go? What's going on here?
He's delivering the pizza dough.
Oh, okay. Oh, for Domino's. It's crazy how they don't even make the pizza dough at Domino's. It comes. That's because you can't depend on these people to work. Everybody's high on marijuana. Everybody's high on cannabis.
On the lighter.
Everyone's high on the dope and the weed and the. Say that again.
I said that's the lighter and pill
Oh,
poppers.
right. And there's and then they're doing all these perks everywhere. I can't imagine a person doing perks and trying to hold a job. That's just crazy work.
But some of those antidepressants leave people zoned out, like a substance.
You know, I haven't picked up the coffee. I put it down to the side because this is scalding coffee. This coffee.
Okay, yeah, I have cream in mine, so it brings the temperature down.
Right. Mine's just so hot. I
Take a
can't
sip
even
of
hold
mine?
it. No, no,
Yeah.
no. I don't want the cut. Give it to me without the cut. And the cut is the milk and the sugar. I want it without the milk, without the sugar.
No, no sugar.
Boom. It's my Indiana Jones-esque hat. It's just one of those hats I just couldn't refuse. The price was so crazy.
Come on, man. Free Don Lemon.
Free Don Lemon.
Free my.
I think we should play some of the stuff we were just listening to. So the good people on these YouTube streets can hear that Don Lemon's attorney. And if anyone doesn't know who Don Lemon is, then you're hiding under a rock somewhere. Don Lemon is like ex CBS correspondent, or was it ABC?
CNN.
Oh, he was CNN. Ooh la la. He was a CNN correspondent. I never watched Don Lemon. He was just way too CNN for me. But I did watch CNN at one time in my life, like when it first came out. It was so different. It was 24 hours. It was just like, the news was just,
With a twist.
yeah, at 5 o'clock and at 9 o'clock and at 7 o'clock and at 11 o'clock, news at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. It was getting more and more exciting. But at the end of the day, we find out that these are companies that are owned by people with agendas. And you start thinking, oh my God, this is not news, this is propaganda. And Don Lemon was part of all that pushing of the propaganda and super ultra, ultra, ultra liberal. And I can't remember what it was about him that he did that just turned me off to CNN like completely. I can't remember, but it was something he did. And then they had the fake firing of Don Lemon. Remember, there was like an issue. He said something inappropriate. He made this joke, and they made such a big deal out of the joke.
Got a red light, so you can show it now.
What am I showing?
Go to jail.
Oh. You got to give some commentary, baby.
The new jail being built in Brooklyn.
What street is it on?
Atlantic Avenue.
Atlantic Avenue.
It's gonna have like the new theme of these community facilities, jails, the community, the bottom floor and the basement, and a couple floors are gonna be designated for community use. They're trying to like incorporate the jail and not have the jail be so scary. Interesting. They've been building it for what? About, how long will you say, a year now?
I was going to say 2 years.
2 years. It's the elevator there.
But yet they want us to believe that the they want us to believe that the Empire State Building only took a year. It was built in 400 days.
I find it to be so interesting.
Tell me why. What's so interesting about this jail? They building on Atlantic Avenue and Smith Street in one of the richest parts of Brooklyn. Why? Why does this interest you?
It's gonna have a community center inside.
Where the kids can come play, where the elderly can learn how to use the iPad.
Exactly. So on, so on, so on.
And the prisoners will be upstairs fighting for commissary and phone time.
It's your new smart city.
Right. That's a great point, babe.
See, look, the elevator's going up. Like, how scary that has to be.
Which part is scary, baby?
This elevator.
No one is scared on
the
that
outside.
elevator. These are construction workers. This is a construction elevator. No one is scared.
Ooh, no.
Everyone is thinking this is so efficient and cool. And this works better than the last one.
No.
Look at this Landstar truck. 53-foot truck trying to make this turn onto the little block.
Atlantic.
This guy look like Jim Jones in the face.
Does he? She turned her head.
That's all right.
Is that Morgan?
Baby, what you showing off now?
You.
No, but what were you just showing off that way when you pointed the camera?
The dispensary.
You didn't say anything. You have to have commentary, baby. You have to
Okay.
speak.
There you go.
All right? You just can't start showing stuff and have the... They're so open-minded, so intrigued. And no, people need to be told everything.
Whoa, look at that garbage.
What's that with the yellow cord around it?
It's a dog.
The yellow cord around the next to the garbage?
Oh, I don't know.
What is that? It's very different. They're doing some sort of construction around here. So you're intrigued by the jail. Well, you know they're gonna have to fill the jail. The question is, who will they be filling the jail up with?
I'm just watching it being built. And,
Who's gonna fill up the jails? Who's gonna be in there?
The
Are they
youth.
gonna be really the youth? Okay.
definitely.
You know who I think is gonna be in this jail?
The migrants?
Nope. I think the people that stop paying their bills and that talk bad about the government, and they're gonna be on some sort of credit score. And when you fail the credit score system like they have in China, they're gonna put you in a jail. You didn't pay that Macy's bill, you're going to jail. You didn't pay that child support, you're going to jail. You didn't pay those parking tickets, you're going to jail. You didn't pay. I think there's going to be more of that going on. That's why they're going to have the community center downstairs, and they're going to have it where, you know, you can learn, elderly can come learn how to use the iPad, and you can get your flu shot, and you can, you know, all these different things is going to be. Oh, this is it here. We're around the corner now. And this is a big ass crane above our heads.
Yeah. Look at
And there's gonna be floors and floors and floors. And what kind of criminals do you think it's gonna be? Who's doing these crimes that's going to jail?
exotic.
Exotic crimes? This is for exotic crimes. Right. This is for the scammers. You get caught in Gucci scamming, we got a place for you. I don't know. I just don't see scamming and... Let me see. J Street restrictions, 7 to 7, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Local access only, except buses and trucks. I don't know what that means. I went the wrong way. I was supposed to go straight. I wanted to jump on the BQE.
Yeah, just take it from Tillery.
Yeah, I'll turn on Tillery. So, we were speaking about Don Lemon and how I don't even remember what it was that turned me off to him in CNN. But I do know that it was a fake firing for him to get onto YouTube. They want that YouTube dollar, that AdSense, that ad revenue. They want that so bad. This is scolding. And what I noticed is that it doesn't have the little top to pop it open. If baby, can we pour some of this in your cup? Because I just don't want. I don't like to drink. I don't want to drink out of this little thing here. I don't want to sip. Doesn't turn me on.
Gulp.
Oh no, that's enough room. They didn't fill it up. Did you spill some out of it?
No.
So why is it like this?
I guess, last time they was like, yo,
They thought they
I
were doing
got
you a
you.
favor by risking your fingers and your body?
That's called the hookup.
That was the hookup. We're gonna give you 2 whole more ounces, girl.
Holla if you hear me.
So I asked LJ to go into the Starbucks and find me a different cup of coffee. I don't want the same cup of coffee. I want to try a different roast. What other blends, what other roasts do they have? So she comes back and says they only have one kind.
Well, one particular bean. All the different coffees they offer when you look
let
up.
me say something. This is the most bitter coffee I've had in my experience. So today I'm drinking a bitter coffee, like super. Whoa, that was extremely bitter. What I just experienced.
Look at that. And it's described as smooth, balanced, medium roast featuring notes of cocoa, toasted nuts from Latin America.
Well, this is not the same coffee.
Well-rounded, often served as their standard drip coffee.
Because the word drip.
Yes.
Okay, because there's been an issue with LJ using when she goes to places to get coffee. She says, "I would like a drip, large, half and half, and 2 equals."
Look at that.
So the word drip, I told her, doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. So now that she just read drip, it makes her very happy because she needs to win. She has to win. An argument in her mind could be 14 months ago.
God.
And she needs to find a way to win.
You know what?
I'm
sorry you take it like that.
No, I don't take it like anything. These are just realistic observations of one's personality. I'm gonna tell you, this coffee, the first Starbucks experience I had, it was delicious. This is bitter and off-putting. Why is that? Why is my coffee bitter and off-putting? What is it that what makes today so different? Where's the consistency? Are they high back there?
And she did brew that cup for you, I noticed.
What's that mean, brewed it?
She made it she made it.
I don't understand what that means. She made it.
It wasn't.
There's a whole coffee place there. You telling me that this cup was freshly made? Like what did she do? You saw her put a filter in a. How do they even make coffee in there?
They press a bunch of buttons now. Everything's automated. So
this is my point.
Yeah.
There's no filter and no coffee cup
that you can see. No, they're putting a cup to the bottom of a machine, but you can see beans at the top. So
the beans move.
The beans.
You hear beans being crushed?
Yes, you do. Well, you do, but there's a lot going on.
Is it?
It is.
Is it really a lot going on?
Yeah, they always have orders coming in. You know, I don't know the term for it, but pickup orders. A lot of people order through the app.
You're hearing the register.
No.
Papers being.
The machine.
Maybe I should turn here. Does this guy want me to go? Oh, he's making the right turn. I'm in the wrong lane.
No, you're not.
This needs sugar. This needs milk. This needs help. Wow, what a difference. And you telling me they freshly pressed the button for me?
Yes.
Whereas what? The coffee was sitting before in like one of those...
Exactly, yeah.
Like one of those jugs you see at like a conference.
Well, they make it and they put it in like a warmer.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This was the last cup I had was in a warmer.
So
This was
yeah.
freshly pressed.
Yes.
They freshly pressed the button, and the beans on the top dropped into a section.
Yes. Because I told her you were venturing into coffee, you know.
What did you
So
tell
that's
this
something
person?
special. No, I'm just playing.
You joking or you serious?
A Kanye West joke.
What's the Kanye West joke? Racist and sexist and disgusting and off-putting?
I'm playing, but I'm serious.
I don't know what that means, babe. I'm about to kick you out. You about to walk. That's about to happen. That's about to happen in real time. So tell me, what did you say to the woman?
I told her that you were getting into coffee for your first time and you're middle-aged, you know?
Are you trying to trigger me?
No.
What are you trying to do?
No, just messing with you.
Yeah, but I'm not funny style. I'm laughy jokey like that. I got no friends. Because I ain't the laughy jokey kind of guy. What's going on here?
What can I do to make this coffee?
I just
better?
asked you a question. What did you say to the person
Oh,
when
I
you
told her
ordered
you
the
were getting
coffee?
into coffee, and we had a bunch of questions. And she told me I can just Google the coffee.
You can just, that's what she literally told you.
Yeah.
You can just Google the coffee. If you need to learn anything more about the coffee, just Google it.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you Google?
The names that I saw.
What do you mean, babe?
The names of the coffee on top of the machine. The options, the choices.
And what is this?
That's Pike Place.
I never would have known that. You never mentioned Pike Place this whole ride.
Pike Place.
Did you use the words Pike Place?
I was telling you,
Oh, you was too busy talking about the drip.
no, and I was telling you, yeah, the notes. They said it was smooth, balanced. It's a medium roast.
It's a medium roast, but the name of this is Pike Place.
Yes.
Whereas the coffee I had earlier in the week was not Pike Place.
No.
You see, this is what I'm trying to say, babe. You laughy jokey, but you're not making it clear. This is not the coffee I had last week.
You didn't want the same coffee.
I know that. But I thought this was. You came in the car and said
No.
they only have Arabica coffee.
No, because all the different names of coffee all came up as Arabica beans.
Okay, so Arabica beans, it's like indica versus sativa. There's 500 indicas, 500 sativas.
There's 5
is-
different coffees there. They're all Arabica beans. So
Okay, so these are
they
Arabica
have different
beans.
notes. Some are medium roast, dark
Okay,
roast.
and this is a medium
That's
roast,
considered a medium roast. Yes.
but the name of it is
Pike Place.
Pike Place. I
Yes.
didn't know that. I will never have Pike Place again. And do we know the name of the one I had before Pike Place?
Yes, I asked them for a dark roast. So I know the type of dark roast they have there.
Which will be Arabica.
Which
It will be Arabica, but it will be a
dark
darker
roast.
roast. This is
Yes.
a medium roast.
That's a medium roast.
Bitter as all can. Whoa. I'm thinking this whole entire time, baby, that you gave me the same cup of coffee.
Oh, sorry. No, it's not. Whoa.
Jesus, give me a paper towel from the back. All over my jacket. Basically, a big ass truck over here slammed into the snow, and the snow flew into my car. Probably dented my car. Can you wipe my arm, please? My wrist and on the underneath there. Thank you. I totally got startled by this big monstrous truck slamming into the snow. What you gonna do? Can't get upset. You be upset all day. Okay, so Pike Peak, never again. and there are 5 different ones. All right, we just got to pay
Yeah.
attention to what we're ordering. We know we're never going to order this one again. I am going to continue to drink it, despite the fact that it's bitter and unpleasant. Why? I don't know. Why am I drinking a coffee that's bitter and unpleasant? I don't know the answer to that. This dude got no license plate in the back.
Moving around being a jerk.
And he turned from the wrong lane.
Mm-hmm.
About to file a claim on that boy.
So, are we going back to Don Lemon?
Yeah, let's talk about Don Lemon and his arrest. And you started off by saying free Don Lemon.
Yeah.
I would argue let him stay a little while, because I never trusted that move that he made with that lawyer slash activist slash woman slash, I don't know what else to slash, but we have this woman who Don Lemon met up with, along with about 30 other people. And they had this meeting in some sort of parking lot that was covered in snow in Minnesota. And Don Lemon is interviewing her, and she's saying things like, we're going to a clandestine, this is going to be a clandestine, what was the word?
Protests.
A clandestine. Was it a clandestine protest?
Yeah.
Or we're going to a clandestine address? Or they were saying, they kept using the word clandestine. And Don Lemon is constantly saying how he cannot discuss where they're going. It's a secret place, but they're going, and they're going to observe and possibly record. But he was interviewing this woman, and she kept saying how, look at this truck, babe. These trucks are out of their freaking minds.
They are.
Wow. I mean, everybody's on drugs. Everybody's high. That's the only thing I can say. Everybody's high. Everybody's on marijuana and the perkies, and they're driving around.
So you gotta drive without an ego.
Right. So, Don Lemon and this woman and 30 others meet up at a church. They all meet up at a church in Minnesota. And they totally disrupt the church. We're talking about screaming at the top of their lungs. How F ICE, we're not going to take this anymore. And the whole thing was that the pastor of this church was also the leader of ICE. When I say leader of ICE, he was field director of ICE, who's also a pastor in a church, who owns the church. So they were flipping out, and they finally got a chance to actually talk to the pastor. The pastor came out, and Don Lemon was just doing what some might call an interview. I call it an attack. He called the man a liar. He's questioned his ability to do his job properly. He told him that he was double dipping. He was not a good American. That he was setting up the migrants, using the church as a way to have ICE arrest his parishioners, and he just was going in on this man, ripping the man a new booty hole, so to speak. And let me say this, I didn't like it. I never liked it, and nor did I trust it. And LJ loved it. She was so into it. She was just like, "Oh my God, it's so great! Look how they're fighting back, and they're just, they're disrupting the church, and they're letting the people know their voices will be heard."
Yeah, right.
No, she didn't do. She didn't go to those extremes.
I was thoroughly entertained by Don Lemon boots on the ground
Yeah.
approach.
You see, my thing was, soon as the next day, 24 hours later, you need to plug up my phone, please. 25 days, 24 hours later, this woman and her colleagues were arrested because there's a law that says you cannot scare people in churches and stop them from praying and interrupt that kind of a service, even though they did let COVID do all that. COVID scared all the people and stopped them from going to church and being able to pray and all that stuff. So, but that's a story for another day, I'm sure, or an argument for another day. And let me say these people were arrested, and the judge specifically said not to arrest Don Lemon. The judge was like, arrest these people, but do not arrest Don Lemon. So I found that to be pretty interesting that Don Lemon wasn't involved in it. And what's also interesting is that Nicki Minaj, is that the way to say her name?
Yes.
Onika, who's an illegal citizen who is now became a citizen through the Trump gold card. I thought that was interesting. I'm like, wow, this woman spent how many millions in taxes and she never was a citizen, even though she did marry her childhood sweetheart.
Zoo.
What's his name? Petty.
Kenneth Petty.
Kenneth Petty.
AKA Zoo.
AKA what?
Zoo.
Why would a person want a name like Zoo? It's their AKA. I'm not going to talk about any any proven allegations about the man. We're not going to go there. It's an easy, cheap shot. Everyone knows the man she chose, what his issues have been. So Nicki Minaj was saying that Don Lemon needs to go to jail, and she was pissed. And he went on for about 3 days, coming after Nicki Minaj, talking about her like a dog. And what happens today, the 30th of January, 2026? Don Lemon is arrested in Los Angeles. Los Angeles. He's in Los Angeles and he got arrested. He got arrested for different charges than the people that were originally there. They charged him with 2 other charges. And the way they were able to get those charges were they had to do a secret indictment because Don Lemon had the protection of 2 federal judges. 2 federal judges were protecting him, and these people had the wherewithal, or at least they underestimated the district attorney's power. The district attorney has
DOJ.
For the Department of Justice, right? This is a federal district attorney. The federal district attorney did a secret indictment. The stuff due to like people like El Chapo and drug dealers and stuff like that. They have all these secret indictments where you don't even know, your lawyer doesn't even know, you have no idea that these people are coming after you. Are we back, y'all? Did we come back? We trying to see if we back, y'all.
Yeah, you're back.
I'm back. And it only took me 6 minutes. I had to restart my phone because I was buffering. Why don't you play what you just played just now so we can see what charges Don Lemon has been charged with. because that was good. Still having bitter coffee.
Commentary too? Or you want me to go?
Just the last 3 minutes that you were just playing. LJ wanted me to turn the live off and restart a new live. And I said, no, I'm going to just restart my phone. Because I remember times when I used to be live, run out of battery power, 30 minutes later, get the battery power up, on, and working. And then it was always like, would you like to resume your live? Yes. Oh.
Two of the charges that Don Lemon faces, it does appear to be connected to that demonstration in a church from about 6 days ago, which a magistrate judge refused to bring charges at that time. And we know the administration has been pushing since then to appeal and find a way to make something stick. I believe you covered this when it took place a week ago. Lilia, you've been covering so much, I'm not sure, but remind us why the FACE Act itself.
I wasn't here.
Okay,
Hey,
but
this is
remind us
not-
why the FACE Act would be
This is,
key.
you got to go back. You got to go back. You got to go back a couple of minutes. Did you have changed the
Let's
channel?
go no, but it's gonna play the. Maybe I'll just go to the story itself.
Well, Don Lemon is being charged with something that's called the FACE Act. And the FACE Act, because they couldn't charge him what they charged that woman activist with, they couldn't charge him with that. So they charging him with a separate charge. 2 charges. One of them is called the FACE Act. And that's where you are stopping people from exiting, something to that. They're going to talk about it. It's pretty interesting how these district attorneys will always find a way and will get around judges if they have to. If they want you, they're going to get you, because the grand jury is in the hands or in the pockets of
We saw with
these district attorneys. They'll just do whatever the district attorney says. Oh, I know where we're going now. I remember this.
Lemon, and what is the intention or what is the message that is sending to all of us who do this for a living and to the public at large?
And Lilia, I'll just share with you that the consequences of these 2 charges on the conspiracy against rights, you could have
Lemon's side that
you
church, but
just
in terms of
moment-
messaging, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Just want to interrupt you momentarily because our Nicole Skanger has just shared with us the specific charges that
Perfect.
Mr. Lemon now
Great.
faces. So we want to share with our viewers what that is. His charges include conspiracy against rights. You're seeing that on your screen, and for violating the FACE Act. Let me just explain what these charges include. On the conspiracy against rights, this statute protects against conspiracies to interfere with rights such as voting, housing, or bodily integrity. For the second charge he faces, this is the FACE Act. That's the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances. This is a charge which forbids using force, threats, or physical obstruction to stop individuals from accessing reproductive health clinics or places of worship. That sounds key. It also prohibits damaging or destroying property at these locations. So
Yeah, so again, the freedom
Yeah, let me hear what this guy's about to say.
of access to clinic entrances, the FACE Act of 1994. Just reading this off screen here. And we've talked about this before, but just repeating it again, is a U.S. federal law prohibiting the use of force, threat of force, or physical obstruction to injure, intimidate, or interfere with anyone obtaining or providing reproductive health services, including abortions. Passed to curb violence at clinics. It is also protects places of religious worship. So they're saying that he violated the FACE Act, and of course, to deprive rights. What say you guys?
I
What say you guys?
I say no.
Is this justified or no?
No.
Justified or no? Let's continue on.
No way.
So now we find out what his charges truly are. FACE Act and the conspiracy to deprive rights.
Leah, now that we know two of the charges that Don Lemon faces, it does appear to be connected to that demonstration in a church from about 6 days ago, which
No
a
duh.
magistrate judge refused to bring charges at that time. And we know the administration has been pushing since then to appeal and find a way to make something stick. I believe you covered this when it took
This
place
is
a
insane.
week ago. Lilia, you've been covering so much, I'm not sure, but remind us why the FACE Act itself.
I wasn't here.
Okay, but remind us why the FACE
Yeah,
Act would be
I
key.
wasn't here, but the source who gave me the tip this morning, how we learned for the first time that Don Lemon had been arrested, suggested, he didn't have the warrant, but suggested that it would be connected to the FACE Act, and this seems to be what the government was looking for. It's an interesting charge. Again, we need to, we don't have the evidence. We don't know exactly what happened. But Don Lemon and his attorney and his representatives have said he was there just interviewing the pastor, doing his job as a journalist. For all of us, it's very concerning to think about when we are there covering a protest, which we do constantly. We do all kinds of protests. The actions of the protesters and whatever charges are brought against the protesters, whether or not they're legal, justified, protected by the First Amendment, you don't have that expectation that you are going to be also arrested and charged for being there. We have been tackled, tear gassed in this country and other countries. But when it comes to pressing charges, this is a very serious thing that the government is saying to all of us. To all of us covering protests, to all of us engaging in journalism and bringing the audience what is happening from the ground, especially when it comes to somebody who is, not as well. He is working as an independent journalist, and somebody who people know as a journalist, who has such a name and a face and is so widely recognized. You really have to consider what.
Lady, the First Amendment allows all of us, every one of us, to be a journalist. She's acting as if, they knew he was a journalist, so why are they treating him this way? Look, he's such a familiar face. Lady, the First Amendment allows him to be a journalist as much as me to be a journalist. It's all about transparency, and the people have the right to know. Shouldn't all those behind the back door, back room meetings and all that kind of stuff, all those laws and things that are being passed without anyone knowing, we don't need that. We need transparency. Yeah, I'm driving like a Bronx tail. Yeah, that's me. So I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Don Lemon has been charged with 2 charges, and one of them is the FACE Act. One of these charges is basically saying that the church could be considered a clinical place. Maybe they do flu shots at the church, so now the church is technically considered some sort of like hospital, clinic, and you're not allowed to stop people from their movements in these places. And it's a joke. This is just big government, too much government getting in the way of this. And let me give my point though, that I was gonna say 6 days ago when this thing happened, or let's say 7 days ago, 5 days ago when the woman was arrested. I told LJ that I believe that Don Lemon was her source. I think Don Lemon is the one who told her who that man in the church represented as far as ICE is concerned. So she went over there and protested. Don Lemon was the guy who set the whole thing up. That's what I believed. I didn't believe that this woman got her information, got in touch with Don Lemon and got interviewed, and then he followed her. He knew where he was going because he gave her the address. He knew where he was going because he told her who the pastor was. He knew where he was going. So is he truly a journalist if he sicks the dogs out on the people? Is he a journalist, or is he, what's the word, implicit? Is he involved? Is he part of the organization that stirred up all that problem? And I say yes. This is why the district attorney is so adamant in reaching out to get him. It's not because of Trump. It's not because this district attorney is just hell-bent on trying to get a black man. It's not because the district attorney is against independent journalism. I think the district attorney knows that that man is the source to that activism that went over there and yelled and screamed and caused all that havoc. And since those judges were against arresting him, he said, I'm going to figure out a way. And that's the FACE Act. The FACE Act, y'all. Got him. And if they don't got him, they're going to make the next 6 months hell for that man. And he will think twice before he gives out any more information to activism and hiding under the First Amendment of transparency. Because that's what I would argue, that he's hiding as a journalist, but really what he is a co-conspirator. And I think he learned it all from CNN. CNN has set up so many things and then have the journalists in the right places to talk to the people, to get to the people. But in actuality, what they have done is they've orchestrated the whole thing. They are the maestro in the orchestra. That's Don Lemon. He's the maestro. And I don't trust him. That's the most residue I've had in a coffee. She pressed all those buttons just for me. And I got, thus far, the worst cup of coffee. And that's called the what blend? What is that?
Pike Place.
No Pike Place for me.
No.
Thumbnail.
No Pike Place for you. You're funny.
Thank you for tuning in. I love you. Don Lemon, you got to spend a little time in jail. A couple of days. But will a couple of days make a person like him learn? I doubt it. He misses the protection of CNN. That's a fact. You are appreciated for tuning into this little channel on YouTube, where a guy like me can talk to a girl and a guy like you. Forget about it.